Now lately on my channel, and I've also seen it going around the community, there's been a lot of talk of how much longer can Battlefront 2 be supported for and how much longer do they plan on supporting it for. Obviously with revelations such as crystals being removed for those who own the Celebration Edition, and also the sequel and original trilogy content seemingly being a bit rushed. And with that, there's still a lot of content left in the game's files, or content that's been hinted at here and there that hasn't been added to the game, and it does pose a lot of questions. Now, if we take my channel in particular, I've covered a lot of these elements, but they're kind of all over the place. There's bits in one video and then there's hints in others, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine things into a little series. We're going to start off with skins today, and I'm going to make you all aware of what hasn't arrived in the game yet that really should be with supporting evidence we have. So some of you may know all these, some of you may not, but either way we're going to get right into things. Be sure to like, guys, if you enjoy, and please let me know if I somehow have missed anything, and I'll clarify it in the comments section as to if it's been done purposely, if there's a reason, or if I have actually just forgot it, which I highly doubt. But let's see how we go. The link to the video footage will be left in the description as well. I believe it's by a user called Mophead, so I do appreciate having that footage in order to produce this video. Right, let's get into the start of things. So there's a lot of skins that are in the files, and then there's some that are a bit different. In total, 21, and we're starting off with the Star Tours Jet Trooper, which I'm guessing was removed for canon reasons. Star Tours, to my knowledge, is a theme park ride at Disneyland for Star Wars, and this trooper appears there. Obviously lately there's been an update to that Jet Trooper, so I don't know if we'll see this one, but that is number 1 on this list. Then number 2 and number 3 are both Rebel Officer appearances. The first one being the Endor Rebel Officer and the second one being the Death Star 2 Rebel Officer. You can see them in cutscenes in the game. They've also got animations working in the files. So there's not really much customization in terms of human officers, but this would be something, I suppose. Let's hope I get this next one right. I mean, the last time I covered this, it was 2018. The Dressilian, also known as Pruneface, I suppose that's the meme around him. He's got animations in the files, everything like that. Still isn't in the game. I think there's some mouth animations missing for him, but I'd really like to see him. Then Kylo Ren also has some options. The Force Awakens helmetless with no scar on his face, that's actually got its own unused model in the files. And then Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens with the helmet and no hood, which was in the first ever trailer for this game. These are like the more well-known skins at this point, so A New Hope Han Solo without the beard, and it's not the Yavin skin because the buttons are different, and also, like I said, no beard on there, so this is a different skin. It's in the files, it's been seen in trailers, it's also in promotional art for the game as well on the website. Return of the Jedi Luke, which I get a lot of people saying isn't that already in the game, but here's the comparison. He's kind of missing the robes, and that's another one that's been in trailers and is also present in the files of the game. All these ones are present in the files, and I'll tell you when things are different. Then the next 8 skins are basically, so the 87th Clone Legion, which was the default skins for Naboo in Battlefront 2, and then the 181st Legion, which are the default skins for Kashyyyk, or were at the start of the game. Well, they were only the default skins for Phase 2 clones, which would have been on Kashyyyk and would have been on Naboo. Geonosis and Felucia weren't present at this point, so you could only use Phase 1 clones for a very long time in this game on Kamino, and that was it. And there was original plans to have those actually have the markings of these legions, to my knowledge, but instead they were just the plain white clones. Then with all the clone skins that were added into this game, they weren't added alongside those, so they're present in the files. There's one for the Assault Heavy Officer Specialist for each one, so 8 in total. And I'd like to see them, just more options, more things to spend those ever-growing amounts of credits on. Then from this point on, this is where things change a bit. The Shadow Trooper from Battlefront 1, because I did think, was I going to include all the skins from Battlefront 1, but I'm not going to do that because half of them probably aren't coming to this game. But the Shadow Trooper does have an incomplete model in the game's files, I believe, as we speak. And even if it has been removed, it has been there at some point, so it's nowhere near complete, but it is in there. And then the Ishi-Tib, the only missing alien from Battlefront 1. I suppose you could say the Zabrak, but the Zabrak got a whole new model in general, so the Ishi-Tib on its own is the only one missing. Now there's no animations in the files for this in terms of being a skin, but it is in the game, it's in the campaign, and it is just a bit weird that I believe the Assault is missing a skin in comparison to the other classes as far as those alien skins go. They miss out the Ishitib, and then also the Dracilium from earlier as well. If you combine this together, they probably should just put them in the game. The Shore Trooper, I would guess this is coming with Scarif. Very unlikely that it's not, but this is in the campaign. And then the Shock Trooper, this is an interesting one because there's nothing in the files about the Shock Trooper, to my knowledge, or anything like that. It was in Battlefront 1, but there was actually merchandise produced for Battlefront 2 with the Shock Trooper on it. So there's actually a helmet you can buy which has the Shock Trooper, and then there was actually some merch back for Battlefront 1 with the Shock Trooper on it. Why is this significant? It's kind of significant because this trooper is kind of what you think of when you think of Battlefront in terms of their own creation, especially when you go back to Battlefront 1, and it isn't present. But I think the big thing with this one, why I included it on the list, is that helmet that's got Battlefront 2 on it. And yeah, it's not present anywhere, so it's an interesting one. And then finally, the Rebel Honor Guard. This could be a reinforcement, to be fair, but I thought I would include it. These were guards for Princess Leia in Battlefront 1. Could be one of the remaining 2 reinforcements that probably will arrive for the Rebels and the Empire, but I don't know yet. But that does make our 21st skin up, so 21 skins here that aren't present. I'd really like to see them all get added, unless there's big issues with any of these things like canon issues or development issues. I'd like to see everything that's been in the files that is missing and has never appeared in the game be in the game by the time that the support ends. We are going to leave it there, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Next time, I wonder what we'll be covering. Let me know what you'd like to see me cover the most in the next video, but I'm going to go through everything that's currently missing. Thank you for watching. See you all next time.